Alright, Charlie bought this boba a while ago, and we are going to try and make it now, or make some of it now.
Alrighty, so obviously the first thing to do is open it, but then I decided to check out the balls, and the consistency when you push it is kind of powdery, as you can see. And I also decided to taste it, and let me tell you what, it does not taste good at all. Totally gross and is very like chalky, powdery situation. Anyways, here is the package. Here's the directions that it says on the package, although I will kind of go through it. So first things first is to do water. I did 6 cups of water. I then dried my measuring cup because I'm using the same cup to measure out the boba as I did the water, and I wanted to dry it out to make sure nothing stuck or anything and it just didn't get wet, you know, because it's like a powder stuff. And then I filled it up to 1 cup because it says to do 1/6, like 1 part boba to 6 parts water, if that makes sense. And then I just went ahead and started boiling the water. Ideally, I would have boiled the water probably as I measured the boba, but I didn't really think about that at the time. Or I did, but I kind of like forgot to do that. So I just went ahead and busted that up as hot as my little thingy would go. Because then it starts boiling pretty quickly. So that's what I did there because I wanted it to boil super duper quickly. So, yeah. Hi. I even added the lid to the pot because I wanted it to boil faster, but this isn't necessary. Once it got to a pretty good roiling boil, I got my boba ready and I turned the heat down to like a medium high because that's what it says to cook it at, is a medium high. I just busted it up so high so that it would boil quickly. So then once I added the boba, I cooked it like this for a little while, stirring it and all of that because that's what it says to do. And I did that until the boba all kind of started floating on the surface, as you will see here in a second. Yeah, so it's all like floating on the surface there now. And this is the point where I like added the lid again so that it could cook. And it cooked like this with me stirring it every 2 to 3 minutes for 20 minutes. And then I set the timer to 25 minutes and turned off the heat and put the lid back on and let it just kind of stew like that. And then it was ready to go. Or at least it was supposed to be. I thought it was pretty good at the time, but looking back on it, and since I made such a large batch, I was able to have it the next day as well because it lasts like up to 48 hours, the packaging says. Looking back on it, I would say that I think that it would actually be better if I cooked it a little bit longer. But I mean, that's just my personal preference. Like a couple days later, it definitely had like the center was weird again. Like, I don't know, it just wasn't cooked all the way, but yeah. So I added it to some Thai tea that I had also made and stewed during the time and was cooler now. And I have my own boba straw because I like reusable straws and I really like boba. So I put that at the bottom of the glass. I added ice to it. I added my Thai tea mix, which I had also added agave to, and the Thai tea probably looks kind of weird as well because I added creamer to it because I was out of almond milk. I ideally would have had almond milk for that, but that just is not the situation here. But yeah, it was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And it was good the next day as well. I just would, next time I make it and telling other people how to make it, I would say to cook it a little bit longer maybe than the direction says.
Alright, that was it. If you liked this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye!